everyone! May the 4th be with you! I'm sorry, you guys have probably been getting all of the memes today on that, but I had to because it lined up with a Thursday video. And also I missed the Justin Timberlake It's Gonna Be May, so I mean I had to do one of them. Hello everyone! I'm here today to share with you guys a new 5 first impressions. As you can see, I have some of my makeup done here, and I have 5 products behind me that I'm really excited to test out with you guys, so I thought I would kind of test them out live with you guys. On camera, we can see what they look like, how they wear, and, you know, kind of do like a wrap up at the end of the day to see if they actually hold up as, you know, we all hope. Plus, I have something exciting I'm gonna share with you guys at the end of this video, though I'll give you a little sneak peek now because I'm really excited about it. And it is a brand new RachhLoves beauty box. I am so excited. I have been working on this for months now, probably since like before Christmas. It's been a long process, but I have a ton of new products that I'm so excited to share with you guys that are going to be inside of this beauty box. So if you're interested in knowing more about the products and what's going to be included and how you can get your hands on it, all that fun stuff, I will put all of that at the end of the video for you guys in case you're interested, and more information in the info box below. But yeah, I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. And now, without further ado, let's get into the makeup. So the first product I'm going to be testing out is a new brow product, and this is from Rimmel London. This is part of a press package that I was sent, and it is the Rimmel London Brow This Way Eyebrow Pencil with fibers. Yes, I know. I was also intrigued by this. Fibers, what are they doing in my eyebrow pencil? So according to the website, it says here that it is a highly pigmented pencil to softly fill in the brows to give them intense yet believable color. Alright, so really strong brows. Got it. Where's the part about the fibers though? Oh, there it is. So it is a creamy formula that deposits tiny little integrated fibers to add realistic volume to sparse areas or lean looking arches. Alright, you have my attention, Rimmel. Please deliver on this because that is awesome. So the color I have here is medium, which looks like it'll be a pretty good color match. It might be a little bit on the red side, so bear with me. I do want to test out the product. I want to see if it actually is going to deliver the whole fiber depositing, so if the color is a little bit off, I'm sorry. I will try and get one that matches. Here, I need to zoom in so you guys can actually see this. If you look really closely at the pencil, you guys, you can see there are tiny little fibers in the actual pencil. It almost looks like it has like dust on it almost. Like it's really difficult to see unless you're like really up close. Number one thing I don't like is that they don't have a little spoolie brush. That is the first downside to this product. Fortunately, I had one waiting for me on the floor. I'm gonna brush my brows into place here. Wow, it did a really good job. I have like a little sparse area right there and it like covered it entirely up. Like I don't see little microscopic hairs, but that would be weird if I could. So the fact that it's filled it in really nicely and I don't really notice it that much, so far so good. And overall, I like the way that my brows are looking. It's hard for me to like talk as well as do my brows because I always like move my brows around when I'm talking, so I'm going to mess them up badly if I continue to talk. Okay, so there's one brow filled in, and then there's one brow that has not been touched. So you can see it does a pretty good job. I filled it in, I put a little bit of clear brow gel in it. I'm not really seeing the whole fibers thing, but I am seeing fuller brows. They aren't looking super penciled in any way, and I really like the effect. I think that you'd probably notice the whole like fibers thing if you had sparser brows, and it's like a fairly good shade match. It's a little bit on the red tone side, but like overall not bad. And yeah, overall I really like this pencil. So now I'm gonna do the other side to make sure that my brows are even, and then I'll be back with product number 2. The next product I'm going to be testing out is another drugstore product, and this is by NYX. It is their Cosmic Metals eyeshadow. Now you can see I already have some eyeshadow on, but these are all supposed to be cosmic and you know, it's shimmery. It doesn't say anything about it on the actual palette itself other than the fact that it is a shadow palette with cosmic metals. So I'm assuming it's supposed to be a metallic finish. So let's swatch some of these. I'm gonna start with this sort of a peachy color here. Woo! That's pretty. I like that. Can you guys see that? Very nice and metallic-y. Oh, yep, this is promising. Gunmetal, kind of a gray shade. Also pretty, a little bit on the lighter side, but still very pigmented. In terms of formula, they almost feel slightly drier. They're not buttery, but they go on so ridiculously smoothly. That's beautiful. But they're not really soft shadows, you know, in comparison to like, let's say the Modern Renaissance palette, for example, very soft, delicate powders that are extremely pigmented. These are not that. They feel a lot firmer, a little bit not dustier, but kind of, I don't know how to explain it. But they're very, very smooth. So that's really awesome. Very promising. I like these shades so far. So let's put them on the eyes and see if they're just as pretty. Let's try this like purpley shade here. I'm gonna use a big packed brush to really get that product on there. Oh, well that was disappointing. It just like all you can see is kind of the purple shade. It's a little bit chunky and I've got some fallout under my eyes. Awesome. Let's try applying it with a finger instead. Okay, in terms of application, that is much better, but it is certainly not metallic shade. I don't understand how all the other ones I swatched were all metallic and this one isn't. So it's a much less obvious one. It's a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be, but the metallicness isn't really showing up on my eye. I'm gonna try and put a little bit of this shade, this sort of taupey shade on top of it and see if that enhances the metallic ness. It's not a word, but we're going with it. So that is what it looks like on the eye. Ignore the fact that it's not blended out or anything. I don't see it as like super metallic-y and stuff as on here. Like it's not showing up that way on the eyes. That's a little bit disappointing. Maybe it shows up better actually now that I think about it if I wet my brush. I have applied a little bit of Fix Plus to a brush and I'm gonna try it again in those shades and just see if that makes a difference. Oh, there we go. So you can see the difference in applying it wet versus dry. That does seem to make a pretty big difference in terms of how dramatic it is. So just keep that in mind if you are interested in buying this palette and you want something dramatic, it needs to be applied wet. For product number 3, we are going to be testing out a new mascara. This is also from Rimmel. It is one of their newest launches and it's this mascara. It is called the Shake It Fresh Clump Free Volume Mascara. And so the whole premise behind this is you're supposed to shake it up to get the formula to like mix together and not separate and clump up and everything. So you get fresh formula every single time you want to wear it and you're never going to end up with any clumpy, crusty mascara at the end of its like 6 to 12 month lifespan. What is the lifespan of this? 12 months. There you go. 12 months. The first thing I noticed about this product is that it is much heavier than the average mascara. Like it feels like a weight. It's crazy. The wand looks like a normal mascara wand. There doesn't seem to be anything over the top crazy dramatic about this one other than it's a big fluffy mascara wand. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off some of this extra mascara because a lot comes out on the actual mascara wand. So there's one coat on my eyes and no mascara on my eyes. It's fine. It's not like over the top crazy dramatic or anything, and it's not giving me a ton of length, and not that it says it's supposed to or anything. There's a little bit of volume there right at the roots. It's pretty easy to apply. It's a little bit more on the thinner formula kind of a side, much wetter mascara. It's fine. We'll double up. We'll add another layer and see if that looks any better. So that is 2 coats on this side and 1 coat on the other side, and you can't really tell what's going on because my lashes have entirely flattened out. So once my mascara completely dries, I will recurl them because I find that to be super annoying. Yeah, this one's falling a little bit as well. Not as much as the first eye, but yeah, that's something to keep in mind. If you struggle to hold a curl in your lashes, then this is probably not going to be a mascara that you enjoy. So that is 2 coats on the lashes. You can see like this, I don't know what's going on with this eye. I think maybe I just curled the lashes funny because this eye, the lashes aren't drooping as much as over here. So maybe it was just me. But the formula itself, it's not my favorite. It's not a bad mascara. It's a little bit too much on the wet side for me, and it's not as dramatic as I tend to like my lashes. However, if you want something that's a little bit more of an everyday mascara, you want something that is on the wetter side of formula, which can sometimes be a little bit easier to build and work with. It's not going to clump as easily. Then this is probably a good mascara for you. I also like the fact that you can shake it up to prevent it from clumping and drying out. The formula is going to stay fresh the entire time you have this mascara. So that's really cool invention. It's just not my favorite in terms of what it looks like on my lashes. Next, I'm going to be testing out a new bronzer. This is by Hourglass. There are actually 2 different ones. I'm going to swatch them on my hand to see which one I want to play around with, but They are the new ambient lighting bronzers. They have two that are more for a paler skin tone like myself, because they have two that are a little bit more deep, a little bit more bronzy, and can sometimes look a little funny on my particular skin tone. So I'm excited to test these out. So I have here diffused and nude bronzing light. Oh my goodness, I am obsessed with the Hourglass packaging. Look how pretty it is. So this is what the two of them look out of their package. This is nude and this is diffused, so you can see the difference here. So I'm gonna swatch them on my skin and just see what they look like when they're applied. Okay, so these are the two swatches. Here we have diffused light and here we have nude light. So this one is going to be a game changer for me when I don't have any self-tanner on. I can see myself reaching for that one a lot. It is so nice and subtle, which is so awesome. I struggle so much in finding a good bronzer that works with my pale skin tone without looking really muddy or orange. So I feel like that one's gonna be a really good one. I'm gonna start with this one and see what it looks like when applied to the skin, even though I do have a bit of self-tanner on. And if it's still a little bit too subtle, I'm gonna go in with diffused light. Ooh, I really like how that turned out on my skin. That looks really pretty. It's subtle, but it's buildable. It blends up beautifully. It has a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of a sheen to it, which looks really pretty and radiant. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this bronzer. And the last product I'm going to be testing out is a highlight. And I was originally going to use the YSL Glow Shots. And these are like a cream or a liquid-based highlight, but I forgot I already have powder all over my face. And I don't want that to affect how this sits on the skin. So I will save this for another video. It is my own fault for not realizing the order in which the products need to be applied. So instead, I'm gonna be testing out a new product I got as a press sample. This is from BH Cosmetics and it is their Spotlight Highlighting Palette. It says here, create a variety of flattering highlighting effects with our 6-color highlight palette, easy to accentuate your features with a mixture of shimmering shades that suit all skin tones. We have a nice mixture of shades here. We have the pinky tones, the bronzy tones, and we have some paler tones here as well. So I feel like, yeah, there probably is gonna be a shade in here that works for most skin tones. All right, so let's start with Ethereal right here, this beautiful pale tone. I'm trying to see if it has like what kind of undertone. I can't really tell, but it is very pigmented. That is a beautiful highlight, super duper blinding, but yep, I'm on board for that. Let's see, what else do I want to swatch? Let's try Dream, this is sort of a creamy caramel tone. Also really, really pretty. So I think the last one I'm gonna test out right here is Glow. So it looks like a bit of a warmer version of Ethereal. So let's see what that looks like. Also really pretty, also not warm toned when it's applied to the skin. Does that not look cooler toned on the skin than this one? But like in the package, that one does look warmer toned than this one, right? I'm not crazy. Oh, I see. When it catches the light, it does have a little bit more of a yellow undertone to it, but they both have that sort of white base to it. So yeah, so those are the colors. I get really excited about highlight. Does anyone else notice that? I need to take it down a notch. Just breathe, Rachel. In terms of formula, they're very buttery. They're a little bit on the powdery side when I was applying them. Now I was applying them quite thick in order to get like a good swatch going. So it's obviously going to translate a little bit differently when applied with a brush. So I'm going to test it out on the face, but so far, I really like the selection. I like how big the actual colors are, which is nice. And so now we just need to see how it looks like on the face. It's not too crazy over the top. It is definitely buildable, but that looks really nice on the skin. I like it. Add a little bit to the nose. I'm not crazy about like an over the top dramatic like nose highlight. I think that's just me. It sometimes is just too much. Considering how cool tone it is, it does have a little bit of a warm sheen to it, so it's very, very flattering on the skin. I like this a lot. It's beautiful. It's such an interesting shade. I've never seen anything like this before because the powder itself looks very cool toned, but once it's applied and like kind of blended into the skin, it has this beautiful sort of a peachy reflect to it almost. I don't know if you guys can see it sort of in the inner corner of my eye, but it blends out to be a lot less cool tone, which is obviously a lot more flattering on the skin for every day. But it's a really nice highlight. I'm excited to kind of play around with this palette a little bit more, and I'll let you guys know, but so far in just trying Ethereal on the skin, I'm a big fan. All right, so I will do a check-in with you guys at the end of the day and let you guys know how the makeup actually held up throughout the day, but now I wanna get into my little beauty box that I created for the springtime using some of my favorite products. super excited about this one. It's actually quite customizable, so you can like basically like build your own beauty box, which is pretty cool. So it looks like this. It is going to be $19 or pounds or whatever it is wherever you're from. I will put again more information in the info bar below. So the first product I'm going to talk about is actually what I'm wearing on my lips right now, and this is the Burt's Bees Glossy Lip Crayon. These crayons are beautiful. They are super pigmented. They add a nice bit of a creamy gloss. It's not gloppy in any way. It's not super glossy. It's that nice creamy lip color. They're not super long lasting or anything like that, but I find they do hold up quite well, especially the lighter tones, but the colors are so pretty. So I'm gonna walk you through each of the shades. So the first one is Santorini Sunrise, which is a nice more of a warm tone nude shade, really pretty, nice and pigmented. The next one is Pink Lagoon, which is more of an icy pink tone. Then we have Bordeaux Vines, which is a deep, vampy, purpley plum shade, really pretty for fall time. And then we have Pacific Coast, which is almost like a vibrant pinky red. It's really, really pretty on the lips. Again, one of those gorgeous kind of going out colors. And then lastly is Tahitian Sunset, much darker tone. It's again, really, really pretty. Right now what I have on my lips is a combination of Tahitian Sunset and Pink Lagoon. And yeah, they're just beautiful crayons. I find them very smooth. They're easy to apply. They have like a twist to kind of turn up and include more product. These are full size that are included in the box, and yeah, I really enjoy them. Next up is a sample of a product I've gone through probably 2 containers worth of, and I find this mask is amazing. It is the First Aid Beauty 5-in-1 Bouncy Mask. And it says here it is to nourish, plump, calm and refined skin. It is safe for sensitive skin. I love this brand actually. First Aid Beauty has a lot of really great products that have worked well for my skin, especially if you guys know I have eczema on my hands, so I find that cream doesn't sting or burn that area. It's very calming. So it's about like the size of my palm. And yeah, it's just a nice mask, something to refresh the skin for springtime, and I really, really enjoy it. Next is a full-size product, and that is your choice of nail polish. These are all of the Essie nail polishes. So in terms of the shades that are options, you can pick one to include in your box. One is Excuse Me Sir, which they describe on their website as a sun-kissed coral mango. It almost looks like this nice neon tone. I think this would be gorgeous for summertime. Next up is Turquoise and Caicos, and you guys know I am obsessed with this color. I've been using this one for years. They describe it as a tropical aqua. Again, gorgeous. I love this color. Then what I have on my nails right now is Where's My Chauffeur, almost like a pastel-y blue, really pretty. It takes about 2 coats and it has a bit of almost a greeny undertone, like a gray green. It's really interesting and unique. I don't have anything like this in my collection, so I really like this. The next one I pulled as an option for you guys is Backseat Bestie, which is this cool tone, bright, almost like a neon pink. I think this would be an amazing shade for spring and summer, just nice and bright and like just a happy color, you know? And lastly is Baha Moment, which they have described as a pink pomegranate shade. It is very much more of a deeper tone. It is bright, it is creamy, and it looks beautiful on the nails. And yeah, so all of these shades, you can choose one to include in your package and you get a full size of the Essie nail polishes. Next product is a sample size. It is a duo of 2 eyeshadows from a Smashbox palette. It is from the Smashbox Covershot palette. This is the Golden Hour palette. So this is what the actual palette looks like, and I will show you what the sample size looks like. So it's taking these 2 shades right here, and I will describe them for you and swatch them on my hand. This is what the sample size looks like. Again, it kind of fits into the palm of your hand. It has the 2 eyeshadows in here as well as a mirror. The colors in here are Turned On and Psyched. So I'm gonna swatch each of these for you so you can kind of see what they're gonna look like. But you can see, like, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. This one right here is Turned On, and it is a soft light medium coral pink with a frosted golden shimmer in it. This one is a bit more of a reddish brown with a frosted finish to it. These colors look so pretty together. They wear really well on the eyes, and yeah, I thought this would be a nice little inclusion in the package and give you an opportunity to test out a Smashbox eyeshadow if you have not already, and these 2 are beautiful. And lastly is a full-size product, and you guys again get to choose one of the following products, and they are full-size CoverGirl mascaras. Going through each option, one is the Clump Crusher by Lash Blast, and it has up to 20 times more volume. It's going to break up all of the clumpiness in your lashes. The other one, which is probably, I think it's probably my favorite of all of the four, although all of them are really nice, is the Supersizer by Lash Blast. This is going to give you 400% corner to corner volume. I've talked about this in many videos. It gives you super dramatic lashes right down to the tips of the lashes, which I really like. So sometimes I'll either wear this by itself or I'll put on some mascara and then I'll put this right on the tips because it almost seems to like lengthen them a little bit and just make them very noticeable and dramatic. Something that's a little bit softer and easy everyday mascara is the Full Lash Bloom. This one's really nice because it's not going to give you like those full, really like crusty, crispy lashes that are over the top and dramatic. This is much more soft and easy to kind of work yourself into the whole mascara world. If you are new to makeup or if you just want something that's like a good everyday mascara, this is a great one. And lastly is the Lash Blast Fusion. This is the volume plus length mascara. This is going to give you 10 times volume and length. So those are all of the different options that you guys can choose from. Again, you pick one, you add it to the box, and then you kind of build your own customized beauty box. And yeah, that's the entire beauty box. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. Leave me your comments, your questions, show me pictures if you have purchased it. I would love to see from you guys what your favorite products are and everything. It's been a lot of fun creating this, and I've worked on every single product to make sure that everything is something that I really enjoy and I really truly love. So hopefully you guys love them too. If you guys want to see another top box collaboration, give this video a thumbs up so I know that is something you guys are interested in. And if there are any particular products you guys want me to try and include or particular brands you want me to try and include for next time, let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys what brands you have been wanting to test out. But yeah, so I'm going to continue on with my day now, and I will check in with you guys soon with an update on what my makeup looks like. So I almost entirely forgot to film this, and so I was lying in bed reading, like going through like Instagram on my phone, and the entire like side of my face has been smushed up against a pillow for the last like 45 minutes. So my makeup might not be looking so great. But I did want to update you guys on how my makeup was looking throughout the day as I was kind of checking in with it. So first of all, I want to say that the eyebrows, probably my favorite thing that I tested out today. I really liked the application and the way that it is worn all day. I think my eyebrows still look really good. The mascara, it was fine. It was probably not my favorite mascara ever. It seemed to hold up relatively well throughout the day. I think just from first application, it wasn't my favorite. For the NYX palette, it was nice once I learned that it applies best when you have like a damp brush, and then it applied it beautifully. It added this nice hint of a metallic sheen to my lids. It wasn't anything crazy or over the top though. So if you want something that's a little bit more subtle and you're willing to kind of spritz it with some Fix Plus or something like that, then I think it's really pretty. But just applying it dry, it just didn't do it for me. The Nude Bronze Light from Hourglass that I tried, beautiful. I really, really like that bronzer. So I'm going to be testing out the diffused one as well. It just is a little bit darker, so I'm curious how that is going to change how it looks on the skin. But from the Nude Bronze Light one, it is beautiful, has that nice sheen to it, wore really well all day. Really liked that. And then the highlighting palette from BH Cosmetics, beautiful. It looks so nice in natural light, and then in my studio lights, it just wore really well. And every time I'd like see it in the mirror, I'd be like, look at that glow. So pretty. So yeah, I think this is kind of a mixed bag. There were some hits and some misses, but overall it was super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And now I'm gonna go back to bed, and this time I'm gonna go sleep. And that's everything for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like these 5 first impression videos, and if you are excited about the Top Box Beauty Box collaboration. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing week so far, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you girls. Mwah.